to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Houston's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for room, it's Sanford. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. To the air, it's Crowder. He makes the connection. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Offense working from the pistol. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
No surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Takes it the other way. At the 30. The 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
3:25.
Off the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, everything on that play started off great. The offensive line gave a great pocket to the QB to survey downfield. He found the open receiver. You just got to finish the play. Receiver, you got to make that catch.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Cougar! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Avila. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week's starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now on the option. Quick toss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Setting up the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The run to the right. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Crowder. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll run it. It's Sanford. Got some room in into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Boyd. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the ground with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Sanford. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He wants to throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Avila. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Miller. Stopped after making the catch. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
How big can this be for this offense, taking advantage of the turnover and starting with the 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal.
3:25.
Here comes the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. On the play. 2nd down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Morton. He's got the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the...
Going downfield for the big play. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
On the run, it's Avila. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Ripped off 7 on that last one. Now looking at 2nd and inches. Quarterback checking off. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 2nd down coming up. Using his feet. And they swarm him under.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scramble.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again.
He's taking the shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense comes onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there. causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Wants to throw. It's Morton. Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a crease. It's Sanford. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Hey, that's a live ball. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're going to ride this running back.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Morton. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day.
And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try to capitalize on this field position.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
They'll try the counter. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Houston has it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cougars. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Zings it complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way,
a shot toward the end zone. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's now 2nd and goal.
If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the option. The pitch.
Here's why I like the play call. I think I like the play call because you get the ball to speed and you try to punch it in for a touchdown. But I also think you've got fourth down. You know you got an opportunity the next play to punch it in. So let's see what they do here on fourth down.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
That makes the score. Texas Tech, 28.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
41, set to kick this one away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up second down.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. To the air, it's Crowder. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Cougars get enough for the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He'll pull it on the read. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Cougars are on the move. They move the tight end all over. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Spits it out to the back. Pulls it in. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
42 Spider. 4.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, I love running quarterbacks, but I get it when people are conservative about it because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you could see it there, and he coughed it up.
Using his legs, it's Valdez. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Here's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, great.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by 10 to Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Crowder. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Pocket starts to collapse. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hands, it's yours. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They're putting together a really good drive here, just carving up this defense.
Yeah, and this offense is doing it in the air. They're being very successful, not getting pressure on the quarterback from this defense. Late in this ball game, got to do a better job pressuring the quarterback and making him feel uncomfortable.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they got it at the 9, 1st and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Fires to the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. On the run, it's Valdez. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback will audible. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Red Raiders inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. The option look. He'll pitch it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another